What if I told you the most dangerous battles of 2026 won't be about wars, politics, or technology? They'll be about people. Psychology experts are warning about a rise in difficult personality traits. And shockingly, the Bible described them thousands of years ago. Stay with me until the end, because the final one is the hardest to detect and the most destructive. Stress is rising. Patience is shrinking. Self-control is fading. In 2 Timothy chapter 3, the Bible gives a chilling warning. In the last days, perilous times will come. Today, we're going to expose 10 types of difficult people you will almost certainly face in 2026, seen through the lens of modern psychology and timeless biblical truth. Let's begin. Number 1, the passive-aggressive. They smile to your face. They agree with your plans, but behind the scenes, they resist, delay, and even sabotage your efforts. Psychology calls this indirect hostility. It's a way of fighting without ever throwing a punch. The Bible is more direct, calling it dishonest speech. In Ephesians 4:25, it says, "Therefore, having put away falsehood, let each one of you speak the truth with his neighbor." Dealing with these people is draining because you can't fight what they won't even admit they're doing. Their weapon is plausible deniability, leaving you feeling frustrated and confused. Number 2, the lover of self. Everything is about them. Their feelings always take priority. Their needs are urgent. Their opinions are facts. Psychologists describe a sharp rise in narcissistic traits throughout modern culture, fueled by social media and a focus on personal branding. But the Bible warned us first. In 2 Timothy 3:2, it states that in the last days, people will be lovers of themselves. You don't argue with these people. You just orbit around them. They are the sun in their own universe, and everyone else is just a planet expected to revolve in their designated path. Number 3, the silent withdrawer. When conflict arises, they don't talk. They don't explain. They just shut down. This isn't peace. It's a punishment. Psychology identifies this as emotional withdrawal, a defense mechanism used to avoid difficult conversations or to control a situation by withholding communication. The Bible, however, champions healthy communication. Proverbs 18:13 reminds us that listening and understanding matter deeply. If one gives an answer before he hears, it is his folly and shame. Remember, silence can often hurt far deeper and cause more damage than shouting ever could. Number 4, the controller. They have to be the one to decide. They must lead every project. They must dominate every conversation. This isn't leadership. It's a compulsion. Psychology calls this control anxiety, a deep-seated fear of uncertainty or vulnerability. Jesus directly addressed this thirst for power. In Mark 10, he told his disciples, "The rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, but it shall not be so among you." True leadership serves. It doesn't dominate. Control might look like strength on the outside, but it's often just fear wearing a mask of authority. Number 5, the constant critic. With them, nothing is ever good enough. Nothing is ever right. They find the one flaw in a sea of successes. Psychologists often link this behavior to perfectionism and deep-seated insecurity. By pointing out others' faults, they momentarily feel better about their own. Jesus offered a powerful warning against this spirit in Matthew 7:1. "Judge not, that you be not judged." Critics don't build anything. They just stand on the sidelines measuring the work while others are carrying the weight and doing the heavy lifting. Number 6, the blame shifter. It is never, ever their fault. Someone else always caused the problem. The instructions were unclear. The timing was bad. It's the traffic's fault. Their boss's fault. Your fault. Psychology calls this externalized responsibility, a refusal to own one's actions. This is one of the oldest human failings, first modeled in the Garden of Eden. In Genesis chapter 3, when God confronted Adam, he blamed Eve. When God asked Eve, she blamed the serpent. Nobody took responsibility. It's a simple truth. Personal growth stops exactly where responsibility ends. Number 7, the explosive angry one. Around them, you feel like you're walking on eggshells. You measure every word, afraid that one wrong move, one simple question could set off an explosion. Boom! Psychology warns about the dangers of emotional dysregulation, where a person cannot manage their emotional responses. The Bible praises self-control as a mark of true strength. Proverbs 16:32 says, "Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city." Uncontrolled anger doesn't just explode, it scars everyone nearby, leaving a trail of fear and broken trust. Number 8, the pretender. They look holy. They sound righteous. They quote scripture and talk about their faith. But their actions, their private life, betray their public words. Psychology calls this manipulative impression management, crafting an image to gain trust and influence while hiding their true character. The Bible warned about this with piercing clarity. 2 Timothy 3:5 describes people having a form of godliness, but denying its power. It's crucial to remember that not every light you see is a fire. Some are just reflections, empty of any real warmth or power. Number 9, the unreliable promiser. Yes, I'll be there. Absolutely, I'll get it done. The words flow so easily, but the actions never follow. They make commitments they have no intention of keeping. Psychologists might label this avoidant commitment behavior, a pattern of saying yes to escape immediate pressure. The Bible places immense value on integrity in a person's word. Ecclesiastes 5:5 is blunt. It is better that you should not vow than that you should vow and not pay. Trust doesn't die in a loud explosion. It dies quietly, one broken promise at a time. And finally, number 10, the most dangerous of all, the arrogant know-it-all. This person is never wrong. They never listen. And because they never listen, they never learn. They see collaboration as a threat and new information as an insult to their intelligence. Psychology calls this intellectual arrogance. It seals a person off from growth, advice, and correction. The Bible gives one of its most severe warnings about this attitude. Proverbs 16:18 famously states, "Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall." This person is so dangerous because you simply cannot teach someone who worships their own opinion. They are a closed loop. The Bible never says that difficult people will disappear from our lives. In fact, it guarantees they will be part of our journey. It doesn't teach us how to eliminate them. It teaches us how to respond with wisdom, with firm boundaries, with humility, and most importantly, with a commitment to not become one of them ourselves. If this video opened your eyes, please like and subscribe and share it, because someone you know definitely needs to hear this message. Thanks for watching!